So I suck at managing a YouTube channel. I'm going to try and do videos every day, like 10-minute videos every day for 2 weeks and see what happens. I don't know, I said I was going to set a schedule before and it didn't work. So I had an appointment to keep today. It's Sunday, and so while I was out, I headed into Goodwill. Let's look at that.
That one? Oh, this one too? You want the one on the back? Very good. Thank you. Oh, I was seeing.
All right, so I got a handful of stuff here. I'm thinking about putting some of it back because some of it's pretty high dollar and would be easy to sell, and some of it wouldn't make much money, so why would I waste the time on it? But I haven't decided yet. Look at my ears. This is the for sure stuff. This MRP, there's no sold comps. There's one that has a bid at $25, but I think this is about a $150 boat. And you guys saw me grab this Logo 7 already. Cole Haans with the blue soles. Those are going to do really well. They're in nice shape. They're $7.99. And then there's like the Washington football hat, Nike, but these are $3 a piece. And so I don't know that there's a lot of money left to be made on those. I really like this Tim's hat. And this one's kind of an obscure soccer thing. This is Magic Kingdom, and it's from 2000. I think I'm gonna get that. These cups are 99 cents. This one is 1994. Bugs Bunny, so I think I'm gonna get that for 99 cents. I think I'm gonna put these hats back, even though you guys know I love hats. And then this terrible towel is not for resale. So after this, I was headed up to the register and I saw a Tupac shirt hanging on the rack, and I was like, oh, I better go through the shirts. And I found a handful of good shirts. Okay, so this is Ralph Lauren Polo, made in the US, flag shirt, single stitch top bottom. And this is double stitched up here, but it's still, that's a vintage Ralph Lauren Polo. This was $2.48. This wasn't the best shirt in the world, but I thought it was really good. It's in super nice shape, and it's 1987 St. Thomas. And so for $2 and, oh, that one's $3.99. I missed that. I assumed it was $2.48. Doesn't make a lot of difference. That's a good shirt. This one,
You're gonna get fired on your day off.
that's Friday, the movie. And then DGK, I never heard of that, but that shirt comps at $20, free shipping. And so for $2.48, that's a good pickup. This was a vintage-ish Nike. It's got those Air Maxes on it, and it's got this tag, so it's probably mid 2000s. It was $2.48. I figured somebody will want that. And then this is a 2005 like crazy crackled Jimi Hendrix with the signature hit on the sleeve, and again $2.48. 2005. So I bought the Aussie, and it's got lots of randomness with it, and I suspect I'm going to make a good deal of money on that. But look at this. This was in there. A sailboat doesn't need a motor, but this is apparently, according to my research, this is a K&O outboard motor for a toy model made in Japan, probably from the 60s or 70s. And even for parts, these sell for $75 or $80. So this was a throw-in with my $5 boat that I think is worth $75, and that's pretty cool. So notice that we're sorting toy boat motors Japan, and sorting by lowest first, and the cheapest one is $40, and they just go up from there. We're going to find one here in just a minute that looks just like mine, only it has the blue top. But notice that it also says parts or repair. It isn't working any more than mine is, and it sells for $75. So I think this is a pretty good find. This is where you hook up wires to hook to a battery, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. I suspect it spins free. It looks clean. I suspect it'll work if I can figure out what size batteries. I don't want to burn it up putting the wrong. I think it's probably 4 AA's, but I don't want to put the wrong voltage on it and mess it up. So, and I'm going to do some what sold. I haven't done what solds in a long time for you guys, and I'm just going to go way back and do some super interesting stuff. But I've had like 19 days in a row. My worst day was $90, and my best day was almost $700. So I got some stuff to talk about. Let's talk about Atmosphere. I just sold this, picked it up at a garage sale for $3, and it was missing the instructions, which is pretty important for a game like this, but it sold for, buyers all in at $61. It sold for $40 plus shipping. So keep an eye out for that one. There's another one, I want to say it's called Nightmare, that's kind of the same deal, but these are horror. Man, people spend money on horror stuff, so keep an eye out for vintage horror anything, but this video game is definitely a bolo. More of these vintage Farmworker pins are selling all the time. I've got a whole bunch of them sold. I'll just put a couple of them up all at once. They're selling for between like $7 and $10 each in lots. And so this one specifically had Cesar Chavez ones on it, and so it sold for $80 for a lot of 8. I think in one of my most recent videos, you guys saw me pick up this Barbie Pizza Hut thing. I ended up taking an offer for $85 for it, and that it was $83.99 free shipping. That was the number that me and the customer got to, and I paid like $1 for it. So that's probably a little undervalued, but I'd rather turn it quick, and that's a pretty good profit. Do not sleep on Pyrex percolators. These glass percolators, they've got a blue tinge to the glass. They're clear, but they're kind of bluish. They call them blue flame. And they are, this one sold for $79.99 plus shipping. And this one sold for $79.99 free shipping. And if they're complete, they are going to sell and sell pretty high. So keep an eye out for those. You'll have to forgive me if I'm doing some of these that are repeats because it's been so long since I've done them, and I know I recorded some videos for stuff, but I don't think it ever made it. So anyway, this Looney Tunes thing did eventually sell for $149. I got a whole bunch of $80, $90, $110 offers, and I just held out, and eventually it did sell. Probably had it for 2 weeks, and sold for $149.99. Buyers $160 all in, and it's been delivered for a while, and they're happy with it. The same garage sale where I picked up that Looney Tunes thing, I picked up this old railroad light. I would hope that you guys would have enough sense to not pass these up if you find them. This one, the guy had $20 on it, and he said, you know, I'm looking for $20 or you can make me an offer. And I was like, I'm good with $20. And I handed him $20 right then, and then shopped the rest of the sale because I didn't want to miss out on that thing. Sold for $199 plus shipping. How about these old American Girl dolls? These 3 dolls were like $8 a piece at the Goodwill because they were American Girl, but they were they're tagged with a date on them. And 2 of these, and the limbs were in bad shape, they were super loose, were tagged 2008, and one of them I think was 2014. Yeah, and so they sold for $55 plus shipping. I picked up these bathroom parts like towel bars and toilet paper holder at a thrift store out of town somewhere for $20 for the lot, and it ended up selling for $75 plus shipping. And because the one towel ring was like 36 inches, towel bar was 36 inches, and then the toilet paper holder was like 9 inches wide, there was really no way to not have it in a huge box. So it cost $50 to ship, so the buyer's almost $130 all in. And then if you see this Nintendo, it's not the same as your regular Nintendo, but it is a real Nintendo. It's called a top loader, and they are the rare, more sought after version. And you can see that the controller looks a lot more like a dog bone Super Nintendo controller. Do you like to play Nintendo? Yes. So if you see the top loader or the dog bone controller and they're official Nintendo, pick them up. This one sold for $104 and it didn't work. these couple of things sold. I showed you guys the ottoman. It sold for $69.99 plus shipping. Buyer's almost $100 all in. And then I found this helmet, and I was like, that is not your standard toy kid helmet. This was like a professional caliber helmet. It was $2 at a thrift store. Sold for $57.99 plus shipping. This Cubs hat has script on it, like cursive writing. It's a collectible thing. Sold for $27.99 plus shipping. And then this Taz shirt I picked up on a video. I think you guys saw it for like 50 cents, and it sold for $34.99. I've done reasonably well anytime I found vintage Six Flags roller coaster related items, 80s and 90s. Those sell pretty quick and reasonably high for a tank top to sell for $35. It wouldn't be a Mod and Pop Thrift video without this girl. Say hi.
Hi.
Can you say, I use the potty? You use the potty. Say bye.
Bye.
And then here's a couple more quick ones. I'll do this one first. The chessboard. I was looking at board games that are all $1 at this particular thrift store, and amongst them was this, a Fidelity Electronic Chess Challenge 7. And so I was like, electronic chess for $1, I'm gonna give that a shot. And figured at least the pieces would be worth something. But it tested out fine. It was in really nice shape and a really good box. Sold for $59.99. And it turned around pretty darn quickly. So electronic chess sets, ridiculous money. But I wouldn't pass on most any chess set that has any age. If it has all the pieces, awesome. If it doesn't, sell the pieces off. And they sell reasonably well if they're decorative. Or something that makes a lot of difference to chess players is the height of the king. So when you're listing chess sets, include the height of the king in there, and it'll help the buyers know what they're getting. And then the last one is this. I paid $70 for this toy car because I couldn't find any comps for it on eBay at all. And the only one that I could find for sale on the internet was $1,490. And mine was not as nice as that one. It had a complete box. I only had the bottom part of the box. It worked. Mine did not. But I knew if somebody was asking $1,500 for this thing, and this body was in nice shape and it had all 4 tires, that I could make money on $70 asking. So I listed it for $600 and I didn't get any offers. And then I ended up putting it on auction or best offer at $210, which is making money, plus shipping. And I had somebody send me a best offer. I had somebody send me a best offer for $490, and I took it. I think it was $490, $410, and they ended up at $450 out the door. And I took that because I felt like that was a solid offer. But I had a guy message me twice and tell me, well, that car, I've got 4 of those. They're not that uncommon. And what you describe about the problem with this, it can't be fixed. So you should just sell it to me for $140. And I thought, sure. It just didn't seem legitimate at all. And even if that was true, then I'll just relist the auction for a lower price if I don't get any bids at my asking price. So he tried to bamboozle me. I held out 3 or 4 days, and then somebody sent me a real offer. And I feel like that person got a bargain, and they're going to have to do some work, and they probably will fix it up and sell it for more money. But I didn't mind paying $70 for a toy car when I knew the top end was way, way, way better than that. So something I'm trying to do recently is pay more for my inventory, because you pay $3 for a shirt and you sell it for $15, you got to make a lot of shirts to make the kind of profit that I made buying one thing for $70. All right, well, thanks for hanging in there, guys. We'll see you later. Love you.